I mention that I'm an acapella fella? Well, I'm more like a Beretta, a Piranha, Nagasaki, Okinawa. I'm a power on a power trip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. Dripping like a sauna, I'm a college man, you're on a well-bred, well-fed dog without a collar. Catch me, it's a kennel, there's a penalty to settle. The steam hit the kettle, it's ringing like a telegram. We ain't never ending, we ain't never ending, we ain't never ending longer than intended. We ain't never ending. Did I mention that I'm an acapella fella? Well, I'm more like a Beretta, a Piranha, Nagasaki, Okinawa. I'm a power on a power trip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip.
Show you how it's done, yeah, setting new trends. Gonna take it farther, gonna take it round the bend. You're gonna see us do it all night. Around the world, do it all night. Around the world, do it all night, all night. Around the world, do it all night. Around the world, do it all night, all night. Around the world, do it all night. Around the world, do it all night, all night. Around the world, do it all night. Around the world, do it all night, all night. Around the world, do it all night. Around the world. Drip, drip, drip.
You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. I arrive in your park with the new set of J's, and I play all day like I'm only 13. But I'm almost 19 and I'm waking from a dream. I got my team all fleek, we about to peak. So I peek through the blinds and I look around the corner and I look you in your eyes and I tell you don't speak. Don't speak, don't speak, don't speak. Did I mention that I'm an acapella fella? Well, I'm more like a Beretta, a Piranha, Nagasaki, Okinawa. I'm a power on a power trip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. You watch it drip, 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 drip. Dripping like a sauna, I'm a college man, you're on a well-bred, well-fed dog without a collar.
Everybody?
Catch me, it's a kennel, there's a penalty to settle. The steam hit.
Yep.
Turn off the music. Yeah. All right. What up? How we doing? There it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, everybody from around the world, we are back with another fantastic Monday night show. Shout out.
It's hurricaning here.
Yeah, there's a hurricane here in San Diego right now. I mean,
Gusts of probably close to 80, 90 miles an hour.
150 at least.
I would say. There's actually some sun out there now. Wow.
Yeah. As we say that with the sun, we're gonna need to open up the windows actually at some point in time here, because when we get to today's Eating Terrible Things challenge, I think that everybody I see in the comments, you guys see a couple new emojis. Yes, there is a Arizona emoji. Shout out to Arizona because we're headed out there this weekend. I thought long and hard about what we wanted to do for the Arizona emoji, and I figured cactus and sun setting. Mm-hmm. Even though I just got word today that it snowed in Arizona. It snowed.
Really?
Yeah, it snowed in Scottsdale. Scottsdale snow. People were making snowmen. So shout out who here is from Arizona can confirm or deny that fact. Please let me know. Also, we got paper. couple of cool announcements, a couple of big giveaways today. We're going to give away those push goggles from Team Low Gravity. Jeff Santo gave it to us to give to you guys. So that is a members only giveaway. So shout out to everybody who's a member. We appreciate all of your support. We have a new mega super support status, Easy Killer. I like your little what is that thing? Little icon, a little kitten icon right there.
Isn't that like HK's best-selling headband?
That's HK's best-selling headband.
Space Kitties.
Space Kitty right there. So shout out to Easy Killer and the Space Kitties right there. You know you get an air horn. We're also going to give actually all of our Mega Super Support Status members an air horn at the end of the show. Give you a little shout out and an air horn because it is the end of the month. And at the end of the month, we like to, go extra big with the goggles. And actually, I was thinking about it because I was tallying up a lot of the stuff that we gave away over the last couple of months. And I think we've given away a pair of goggles every month. We've done the jackets. We did the gear bags. We did a bunch of other stuff. A lot of you guys got some eggs. Anybody in there, out there in the member section, get an egg? Did anybody eat the egg? That's actually more important to me. Did anybody actually eat the egg? That's what I want to know. Yeah, Michael, we are not at 100 members yet. We were close to 100 members, and then we dropped off. We lost you guys. So we are close. We're at like 97. We still have that 110 emoji because I'm very confident that we're gonna get to 110 one of these days. Oh yeah. And then we've got Kyle. Is gonna share a little BKI drill that he has with us. We're gonna share that on the screen.
A little pre-release.
Yeah,
Actually,
pre-release.
Not totally complete. I mean the presentation is complete that I made, but I need to do like a voiceover for it. So you guys will get that first sneak peek of that.
And then we've got the international crew showing up here. We've got big thanks to Matahari and the Riot crew that who just reunited me with my World Cup Asia jersey. Remember we talked about a couple of times that I collect all of my stuff, Signature Series guns, and I actually have kept, and we talked about Closet Space a couple of shows ago, that I've collected every single jersey from every year that I've ever played. And then there were these World Cup Asia jerseys that I did for Team USA over there. It was the one with the it had like the red and the blue and the yellow because it was kind of like the Malaysian colors. And Matahari had one and it was framed, and we're getting that back to be put in the collection. So I want to give a shout out to him.
Nice.
Also, Ali from Brunei, little island. He loves durian fruit. Actually, Matahari, I bet you guys like that stuff too. Kyle's never tried it. I've tried it 3 times, and
I was actually sad because when I did go to Bali last year at the beginning of the year, I wanted to try it, but I never did.
Oh, look at that, Gabe Land. Sorry, I just well, anyway, first you're gonna try it, and I don't know if you're gonna like it because you can already smell it, and it hasn't even been cracked open yet.
It's just like a distinct smell.
It's
kind of like tingling my nose.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell bad, but
So for those of you who don't know, right here is
hedgehog.
Is our hedgehog, our petrified hedgehog that we're gonna eat. Congrats to Gabe Land. Gabe Land just had a kid. That's a second viewer in 2 weeks, 3 weeks that has had a kid and is watching the show from the hospital. So happy birthday to your son Levi, who was born yesterday. All right,
congrats,
dude. Congrats. That's epic. You're gonna have you got a lot of fun ahead of you. Piece of advice: try to get a friend of yours to change the diaper immediately, because then you got him hooked. You got him hooked.
Do they know? Yeah. Oh, you've told that.
Yeah, we've told the story about how you've never changed Sloane's diaper.
If I do it once, it's never gonna end. So.
Also, we got to give a big shout out to Alex Fragi for this little work in progress. Let us know what you guys think about the new Spick and Span.
I'm not the biggest fan. I'm a huge fan of Alex's work, but I don't feel like that is the most flattering depiction of us.
Okay, you guys want to see the
My chin looks like.
You want to see? You want to see?
Probably not appropriate.
What our possible work in progress new show logo is? Well, actually, yeah, Wiverton, you already saw it, but let's get it up here on the big screen. The Spick Span show. We actually need to.
Oh, you didn't have it up there yet.
No, I didn't have it up there.
Oh,
I just posted it up. I
Okay.
wanted to talk about it. Build the suspense.
I didn't see
Build
that you
the
had
suspense.
it.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
people were already seeing it.
We do need to change where the faces are, obviously, because I'm over here and you're over there, and that way, otherwise we have to change our. Otherwise, we're gonna have to change our.
I would like maybe my beard filled in a little bit.
Yeah,
so
you look like a nutsack.
Yeah, that's what I was going with that. Yeah.
So work in progress. We do appreciate this. This is actually like the 7th or 8th one that he sent to us, but our faces never changed in any of them.
We were saying we look like the Pet Boys, or would you say like a old vacuum?
Yeah, like a vacuum.
We're gonna
service.
sell you, or we're gonna sell you vacuums in like the 1960s.
Yeah. Buy a vacuum from me.
Come on down to the Spick and Span show.
Yeah, Pet Boys. Bart said Pet Boys too.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, work in progress. But I will say though, the mega support status members will be getting that in a sticker soon. We're gonna get you guys a cool sticker sheet that we're working on right now, and I'm gonna make sure that the Pet Boys faces are gonna be on that before we settle on the full rendition. But we do have stickers of this Spick and Span logo that do go out to all of the mega super support status members. Also, if you ever win anything on the show, you're gonna get some stickers as well, because we like giving away stickers, and I think everybody likes stickers. Plus, remember, we talked about it. It gets you out of tickets.
I still think we should make those big cutouts.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. I just got to figure that out.
Or we could do the small ones, like a desk size.
Yeah. I like the life-size ones.
8-inch.
We did make a promise to you guys that we were going to make life-size cutouts of us.
Some people want to know what's in this sticker pack.
Oh, still?
No, I think it's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Still.
Stickers! Ryan, stickers, my man. Ryan, did you not get your stickers yet? They might have actually sent them back because they were too heavy, because there were too many stickers in there. But bobbleheads would be a good one. That's true. But no, I wanted to make the Home Alone one so you guys could like leave town and it would basically be Ryan and Kyle's security service.
Yeah.
And you put us stuck to a toy train set and then move us around, in Home Alone.
Sure.
Right? You just put a light behind us.
Yeah.
And then we could basically be, if you leave town and you're worried about getting robbed by the wet bandits, then you put Kyle and I in the house on 2 trains, and it looks like people are walking around in the house having a dinner party or something like that. So when the wet bandits come to rob you, they're like, oh, we can't go in there. There's obviously 2 people in there. So think of it like a home security after we sell you guys your vacuum.
What is that one? That reminded me of that one debate that I like to have about what would you rather have? Someone broke in your house, you get a pistol with 6 bullets, versus another guy that breaks in your house with a pistol with 6 bullets, or you get your paintball gun with 8 pods.
And he doesn't have anything?
No, he just comes in. He doesn't know your house. You know your house. He has a gun.
Oh,
he only has 6 bullets, though. And you have your whole house, and you have 8 pods, and he has no mask on.
No, I want the gun. You would rather have a guy that has a gun to break into your house, and you have a paintball gun. But say
you have a lot of distance, like
even worse, kind of.
He could, he might take a couple shots at the wall. You hit him in the face.
What if the bullets go through walls?
Yeah. I still think it could be good. It could be good.
Yeah, Andy would rather have the gun. Yep.
The gun is the logical answer, but like, how tight would it be? Like, if you fended off the guy with your paintball gun.
Okay, yeah, you always take the gun. Thank you, Weverton. I'll take the gun.
No, you don't have 30 round mag. I just said 6.
So each of you either get a gun with 6. You get a 6-shooter from the Wild West, or is it like just a regular 6-shooter?
Like an old dusty one.
Each of you gets 6 bullets, or he gets 6 bullets that will kill you, and you get your paintball gun.
With 8 pods.
Jace, dude, no one's robbing with revolvers these days. You'd be surprised, I think. I mean, I don't know. If forced to break into player's house, break into Spicka's house.
Yeah. Come on, try. I'm
Yeah.
gonna punk you out.
Kyle legit has
Snap you out.
has his gun
Come on
under his
in.
bed. He's got his gun, and did you have like a baseball bat or a big knife?
No, I have a knife and a golf club.
A golf club.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a golf club. He's
I
actually come
need
out.
to get a gun.
He's actually come out with a golf club before, and he's like, I thought someone was robbing. Oh, it was when the raccoon.
No.
It was when there was a raccoon eating the garbage.
Some girl was screaming outside, and there was two guys fighting in the middle of the street, and they were like both like 6'5", 300 pounds. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back inside. You guys have fun out here.
That's I don't know what you guys would choose. What was that? But it looks like the general consensus is it's a gun. Yeah. Yeah. So we're either all crazy or he's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Aside from you want to go.
Larry, thank you, Gibson. 6 bullets is not enough. If you get into a gunfight in the house, and you run out of bullets. If I hit the intruder with a couple of paintballs to the face, it's game over. He's not gonna be able to hit me.
How do you know that?
He's gonna be like this, just firing off his bullets. He's gonna have 6. He's gonna run out of ammo.
He knows he has 6 bullets, right? And once he gets shot with the first paintball, he knows that you're not shooting real bullets at him.
But think if he's like coming into the house, he doesn't know that this is the scenario. He's coming in the house to like rob you.
Right, and he has a gun.
Yeah.
It's not like his
and
gun
then
is
all of a
like.
sudden he takes 2 hits to the face.
So okay, so you know he's walking. He's robbing.
Yeah,
So it's like a Home Alone scenario.
Yeah.
Like you know he's coming in.
You know he's coming in. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get robbed at 2 a.m. or
Yeah.
and then so you're waiting at the door and he opens the door and you start shooting him.
Yeah.
I'll take
CIA gives you a tip.
But you don't get the. But you don't know if you have the regular gun. You don't know he's robbing you.
Yeah, that's just like a regular, like all of a sudden, oh shit.
Huh. Okay.
I think you're underestimating your skills with the paintball gun, how good it would be. Like imagine you broke into someone's house and you never played paintball before, and all of a sudden you just get 15 balls a second ripping by your face. Well, I guess in this case 10.5, but you're going to have to turn it up.
Just go through the setting mode. Go through the setting mode.
Hopefully he doesn't
really
hear.
Quickly.
Yeah. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think I think I want the gun and being in my room, be like, oh, is there someone breaking in here? And then I'd pull my gun out because I still know what my house is like, so I can shoot. Right?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. What is
Yeah, I'd like to see you guys take out an intruder without getting down to 1 or 0 bullets. 200 to the face.
Well, you know that everybody in here is a marksman. And so everybody is really good with... Welcome to the Lux Experience!
Someone is robbing you.
Oh, man. Okay. Well,
I don't know if they heard that and it was like firing mode, NXL, 10 balls per second.
Yeah, then
they might think you're like
you're
Judge,
from the future.
Yeah, I think you're Judge Dredd or what was the
Time Cop
robot?
No,
the robot guy.
RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yeah, the robot.
Robot cop guy. RoboCop. That guy.
Yeah.
Who is that? Sylvester Stallone.
Well, Loyal Blue Fox made a good point. You could kill him with laughter. Yeah, we could just.
Wait.
Whoa!
What?
Look at my screen.
Oh, just fixed. Just need a few days of rice and air, and
Hey, my computer's working again.
our jokes just brought it back to
Yeah, our
life.
jokes just brought it back to life. Wow, it's all the electric.
Yeah.
Just us being so excited about stuff. Wow, that's what we look like.
Yeah, we're definitely going uncapped ramp.
Yeah. So, well, we've I guess the jury's still out on that one.
Oh yeah, what?
Ooh, there's 2 or 3. Steve Frazier came with the statistics on us.
Okay, but I wasn't going about what the FBI provided statistics were. I gave you guys the scenario.
The scenario is exactly how it's
You don't
played
just
out.
get to
There's
add
one
players.
guy with one gun.
6 bullets.
Yeah, and he's got 6 bullets, and he's coming into your house at a specific time. and you're either ready for them with a paintball gun or you're sleeping in bed with a 6-shooter.
Yeah, you hear someone break in, you gotta get your lube up your pistol.
Yeah, marbles, Legos on the floor. I would put on the stairs right there. I would put a little bit of tar with a piece of wood with a nail on it. So when you step on the nail, it pulls the tar pulls your shoes off, and then you step on the nail, and then you got the nail stuck in your foot. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. Home Alone.
Or keep boiling water on the stove on simmer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, you can put it on top of the door, but...
No, you put it over the door, and then they walk in there.
Cool down.
That's actually funny. Remember, were you on the team when I got Mike Hinman like that?
No, it
wasn't boiling water. The one person you probably don't want to play a prank on is Mike Hinman. And we were pulling pranks on each other, and I put a trash can full of water above the door. Classic. And Mike Hinman came in, out of all the people that could come into the room that you don't want to have a bucket of water pour on his head, and an entire bucket of water poured on his head, and he was not too happy. It wasn't boiling water, so that's kind of like, I guess, in the scheme of things, not too horrible, right? But but that was a pretty good one.
What was the retaliation?
I don't remember. I don't think he was that. I think he actually took it pretty well. He was like, "Oh, all right," I don't know. He didn't like beat me up.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of a funny thing.
Yeah.
I think it all ended up being pretty good. Welcome, Jeremy Garcia, mega support status.
Eric said, "What game show were you guys on?" It was called Get a Clue.
Yeah.
What was the date? Was it already passed?
It already passed.
We didn't want to watch it.
We don't have a game show network. We don't have cable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, did anybody see us on the game show network? And they said there's only airing one time, and we're not going to give you a copy of the tape.
I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, whatever. Thanks.
I forgot to tell my mom. She wanted to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I told you guys about it. that. So, anyway, yeah. That was... we didn't win. We lost. We
got submarine.
Place.
It was a...
Yeah,
we got set up.
We got set up. It actually was. It was a setup.
It was these 3 girls with master's degree, and they're all in book clubs.
It was these 3 girls who were in a book club together. That was like and they're like in a competitive charades club or something like that.
Club.
Yeah, and so we went into it and we got worked. Actually, we almost came back. We were pretty close to on that, like, the final thing.
Yeah. We just missed a couple, like, layups at the beginning.
It was fertilizer. I missed fertilizer and Chuck. And these guys didn't know what the Planters peanut guy was. The clue was things that drive you nuts. So it was basically like all nut oriented things. And if we got 6 right, we got like this mega bonus thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, first one was Planters, like Planters peanuts. And I was like, the most famous peanut guy, he wears the top hat, and he's the peanut company, the most famous peanut company. And him and Camille were like, and I go, he wears the monocle, he's got the top hat, he's got a cane.
You didn't say all that.
Yeah, I did.
No, you did
not. Yes, I did.
I'm going to get the show live.
Yeah.
Because you think you said that.
Anyway.
The bad one, though, was when you said, you get this sometimes if you eat something bad. Kyle, you get this when you eat garlic and, like, your stomach hurts. And it was allergic reaction, and I was like,
gas.
I was like, gas, garlic. That was wrong. And then that was like the last question, and then the host was
no, you guys got it. Camille was like allergic.
Oh yeah,
okay, we got that one.
And then the host was like, okay, so you want to tell us what happens when you eat garlic? And I was like, shit.
Oh man. So Steve, the name of the show, it was called Get a Clue, and it was what was it? It's catchphrase. It's basically catchphrase. You're given a clue, and then you either have to pass or whatever. And then you get like a topic. Like one was like at the things you find at the butcher shop.
Yeah.
Right. So different cuts of meat was one of the things.
I got that filet mignon question. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. And he gave me one. And it was chuck, like chuck roast.
Oh, and I was like, it's a type of meat, but you can also do it with a ball. And I went like this.
Yeah, and I was like,
what did you say?
I was like, throw base. Oh, because I thought it was a baseball cut.
Oh, baseball. You said
there's
baseball.
a baseball cut.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to say like the most famous martial arts guy from the 80s that had his own show, Walker, Texas Ranger, or something along like Chuck Norris, blank Norris, Chuck. All I need to do is say Chuck.
It's way easier in hindsight to say what you should have said.
That's true. But Eric, I don't know if you can pull it back. Like, I don't know if you can. There's an on demand. Maybe there is. I don't know.
Jay Stu said
GSN on demand app has the episode. Of course, Jay Stu knows that.
Yeah.
Jay Stu. Jay. We might be able to get on that show again. Will you be our other partner? Because I feel like he has all the info. Jay might actually just be an AI bot.
True. He might be.
I don't know who this Jay Stu guy is, but he knows everything about everything.
He's the one that programs Siri.
So, okay, cool. Well, I guess Dizon might be right. Is Kyle even old enough for Walker, Texas Ranger?
Yeah.
No, but everybody knows.
I'm 30.
Everybody knows who Chuck Norris is.
Yeah.
You know who Chuck Norris is?
Yeah. I didn't have cable when I was young. That was like all I could watch.
That's all you could watch.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So you knew exactly who he is.
Yeah, it was like Chuck Norris, MASH.
So you wanted to be like, you can chuck a ball. That was the clue for you.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm not buying that whatsoever on that one.
You guys can go watch it and then tell us next week, who thought did more of a poor job.
Oh, wait. Who was it that wanted to be the 100th member? Was it Mike? Was it Michael Cruz? If anybody wants to be the 100th member, now's your chance. We are at 99 members. So
there we go.
Jump out to the 100th member here. We were asking, who was it that was just asking? Ryan Cozy, what do you get with what does the membership entail, or what do you get? We have 3 membership levels there. There is I'll start from the bottom, is this thanks for the support membership.
Like Drake?
Does he have a song?
Started from the bottom.
Started from the bottom. Yep. That's exactly the reference that I would have taken right there.
Yeah.
That's why we were such a good team at Catchphrase.
Mm-hmm.
That one, you just get your name onto the wheel, and we spin the wheel every week. Members get entered into special members only giveaways. There is a discounted merch perk, which is where we give discount codes to some of the companies that sponsor us, HK Army, Field One, Scott's Tribe of One Shorts Company. There's some discounts for sandals. Also, if there are any like little sales or discount stuff that we have for sale, we post it up in the community tab there. And then the Mega Super Support Status gets all that. You get the air horn at the end of every month. We also give you guys a special signed poster, and then we give you guys an extra little giveaway. Last month was the mugs. This next month we're working on some other special stuff for, what is it, February? Yeah, February. Jesus. And then we've got a couple other cool little things that they're putting in the mix. Possibly a T-shirt coming soon also. And then also you guys are all going to get like the first crack at any cool little you get other little cool discounts and things like that from any of our extra sponsor gear that we have. We got stuff coming every week, especially now that we're going to be getting some new sponsor gear for 2021. Anything that's left over, we hit you guys up and see if you want to sell it or buy it. Actually, I've just got one of Alex Frage's original shockers that I'm going to be putting in the community tab, just seeing if any of the members would like to purchase this first. What is going on? Is there like something flashing? You've seen that, right? Or am I going crazy?
No, I didn't know it was that.
Might be lightning out there too.
Maybe.
And yeah, so you get first crack at a lot of the stuff, and so I'm gonna sell Alex's original shocker, and I'm gonna let the members take the first crack at that, probably for $300 or $400. It's right there. It's working. It's it's working. It shoots. So that's pretty cool. It is snowing. No way. Mario says it's snowing in Paris right now.
Wow.
By ASG, it's a paintball field about
not
an hour.
France.
Not in Paris, France. Actually, it might be snowing in Paris, France. We cannot confirm or deny that completely. Shout out to Dizon. Thanks, I appreciate that.
Started from the bottom.
Speaking of Dizon, are you in shape? Are you ready to go for the Combine this weekend? That's actually something we wanted to talk about. I know we've been pumping the Combine, but it's...
Dude, Dizon's prepping. He's asking me, sending me questions, trying to get some insight.
I saw Dizon was practicing last weekend with his new force. He's got the 20-year anniversary force. He said it was shooting great, so stoked on that. Vegas Venom, thanks for the support.
Is that the
100th member.
Wow,
Yeah, there we go.
Coming up.
You. Appreciate that support. Let's bump these likes up, and then maybe we'll throw a giveaway out right away. We've got a couple of T-shirts. Next week, we're going to give away a G2 jacket as we notice that things are getting a little cold. So we're going to kick February off with a G2 jacket. I think I'm going to get a pair of JT goggles to give away next month as well. So adding to the progressive list of goggles that we're giving away every single month. Yeah, shout out. God, this thing stinks.
It does.
You can smell it really, like for sure. Also, Kyle has got. I think next week maybe. Are you gonna give away the Zoom?
I'm gonna do that today.
Oh yeah. So lots of big stuff that we're gonna be giving away.
I'll give you guys a question. I'm gonna pick out one of your guys' responses, but I'm gonna give out a free 30-minute Zoom call if that's something you guys are interested in. I did one with Bart for hand. He can probably tell you. I mean, we actually ended up talking for like an hour and 20 minutes. Had a great conversation and covered a bunch of subjects and about life and everything. But you don't have to post it yet, but just something you guys can think about while we're going through the show. The question is going to be, how does playing paintball better your life? So what aspects of playing paintball have bettered your life? How does it transpond into other aspects of your life? So you don't have to write it now. And it's honestly better that you don't write it now because I don't want to go all the way back and look through the comments for here. So just something to think about for later on in the show. If that's something you want, and it's whatever you guys want to know, just one-on-one Zoom call, and we can go over whatever you have on your mind. So do that towards the end of the show too. So
think about it. Is it going to be maybe start typing in the your idea so you can just copy, control, paste right away, and then you guys will be ready to rock and roll on that. And then we've got this thing loaded up whenever you want to jump into this right now.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on one second. So why don't you explain it and I'll cue it up here.
So I noticed just through coaching a lot lately and working with some other teams, and I would ask maybe a free available guy if they could go scout another team and potentially bring me back while I'm coaching another game, if they could come back and show me what like the scouting report was, especially if we're playing a split deck. And a lot of times it comes back and it looks really terrible. So I basically broke down all of the parts from beginner to advanced of scouting, and what that comes down to as far as just charting legibly and clearly so that your other team members understand it, and so that you can get the best intel out of it going in to playing your opponent. So I did a really, really, really thorough presentation in a sense of everything that kind of encompasses scouting a team very well, and there's also some advanced stuff towards the end of it that is going to take you probably to the next level. So this first one, this is just one of the slides from this. Is you'll see on that right a lot of, I'm sure that you guys have seen stuff like this where it's just like a bunch of X's on a piece of paper and there's no really organization to it, and you're like, when did this guy go here? When did this guy go here? Like, you don't want to do that, just putting like tally marks over over the different spots. You want to have it a little bit organized, like I have on the left, where it shows each point, and then you can start to see like automatically by looking at this, like one of the first things you can take away from this is, okay, the team that I'm scouting here, they predominantly like to go more towards the snake side, because you see that they ran out wide over there. Out of 6 points, they ran past the god 5 of those points. A couple other little things that are helpful is those circles around numbers I'll usually put if I see a player get bounced, so I know that that person is does have potential of getting shot. And then if there's something that they switch up because of that, so like, you know, you see on the Dorito side, I put X's when the guy actually got shot off the break. But, you know, for that first one on the snake cake, you see there, that guy got bounced, and then going to point 2, you know, he drops back a little bit to the God snake bunker, and then continues back out there. And you can start to like pick up on little things like that. Like, okay, well, if we didn't shoot that guy anymore, if that guy never got shot, he's going to feel comfortable keep running out there. And then, you know, to pick up more so on that, to give you an idea of better percentages, is like, all right, well, out of all those 5 times the guy ran out to the snake side, 3 of them he went to the snake cake. So that kind of helps you, you know, get an idea of where to focus your guns, and that's just going to help you get a better estimate on what to do in these different situations. So, you know, that's and you know, I put that player getting bounced up going in the middle. This would be like a position Ryan was playing, and this is the World Cup layout. Like, so say I bounce Ryan going up to the middle on that second point, and then I noticed that, you know, on that third point, he actually held back at the can, and then he faded up. So having information like that, you can then take it farther and go like, all right, hey, this point, we just shot the middle guy off the break. Now, most likely, based on what we know, he's going to actually hold up at the can for a second, double up at the can, and then release. So you can set up and prepare for things like that, especially if like someone's constantly going up the middle and then you shoot him once, you know he's going to fall back to that. So it's more so giving you kind of like you know, a game plan of what to expect and what their tendencies are, and how they're going to adapt to when you shoot them. So you can always kind of stay ahead of them. And that's what the good teams are really doing out here, you know, is understanding people's tendencies.
And then also, you know, Rusty actually mentioned something. Do you want me to go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Rusty also mentioned did something similar to this, but what he uses is one of those pens that have
the 4 colors on them.
The 4 colors on them, so you can kind of like just so there's a little less clutter. That's also why I do those. Another reason that I do those gridless maps.
Yeah.
So that way, like, I mean, obviously your way is a lot more clean, but like when people are doing game plans, same thing. Once they start drawing the X's and O's and the movements, things get really cluttered.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had the other one up here. Okay.
Yeah, this was this.
So this is kind of like the middle area of this presentation that I did is, you know, is looking at the tendencies. And I kind of talked about this last time, or in that last slide, just saying that how, you know, you can see that this team heavily favors the snake side. They're running wide out on the snake side, 5 out of 6 points. And then particularly, you know, that snake mini cake. So that's just good knowledge for your snake side shooters, because now they don't have to think about, well, do I need to shoot at the God? Do I need to shoot at the snake corner? Do I need to shoot at the snake? They can kind of narrow down, you know, what's going to give them the best probability to shoot someone off the break. And then it's saying, like, we'll occasionally take risk on the Dorito side. And then that last part, you know, says this team seems comfortable playing conservative on the Dorito side, but they'll risk a Dorito runner when they're up points. And as you can see on the bottom, this is a really important part that people forget to do, is monitor how the game's playing out that you're watching. So you have that, so then you can look at, okay, you know, point 1 they won, point 2 they lost, point 3 they won, point 4 they won. So then on point 5, you can see on that right hand side, like they went out wide on the Dorito side, they went wide out on the snake side, and then they doubled the middle and then went up there. So, you know, then you can start to see, like, all right, hey, we're down against this team. When we're down against this team, they like to take risk. And then you can, you know, evolve your game plan on that. And especially if you have the ability to, you know, watch a team a few times through the tournament, then this data is going to be even more accurate, because you're starting to see, like, okay, they do this every time. And it's really going to give you a huge advantage. But a big part of it is just making sure that things are legible. And that's, like, you know, part number 1 that I've noticed. Like, you can constantly see with people, they're just writing lines all over. This guy went here, went here. So just do yourself a favor, even though you might understand it. It's like when you bring it back to your team of guys, they all have to be able to understand it too, especially if they, weren't able to watch the game for whatever reason.
Yeah, and I mean that's a big thing, is trying to make it as legible as possible, right? And I think that's something that a lot of people don't really quite understand. I was actually, and I think I mentioned it before, as one of the guys on my team that I coached from Savage. He's like, oh, I'll do some of the scouting maps, and I immediately was like, oh great, well, this isn't gonna work. But he came back and it was like perfectly done,
nice.
With the numbers on each side. If you notice, like, you can tell point 1 here, point 2 here, point 3, and I think that a lot of you guys can understand also and appreciate that a lot of players or a lot of people will, if you write it all on one side, you don't know what side they're playing from, right? And it's important to know what side their gun is in their right hand.
Yeah.
Because people do vary the way that they run and the places they run. Some people don't run as far with their right hand or take as much of a risk if their gun's in their left hand.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a big part. And
then you can even go one step further and say, like, these guys shoot, like in a lot of the divisional ranks, like especially when I was doing the WC, they'd stack a lot more guns when the guys are the right hands.
Sure.
Some guys are just like, I'm not going to shoot right-handed.
Yeah. And just to add one more last thing on that too, is I have a bunch of stuff towards the end, some more advanced stuff, but one of those things is, if you can, when you're scouting a team, if you have the resources, you actually want to look at what the other team is doing, how they're capitalizing, and where they're shooting guys from off the break. And so essentially you want to scout both teams, because if, the team that you're playing, got beat, or the other team showed you a weakness out of that, then you also maybe want to look at exploiting that as well. So it's a huge factor that's super helpful, and it's commonly overlooked, I'd say.
Absolutely.
And if you can't watch games, or if you can't scout, like, personally, you should be watching the games also to look for, like, personal tendencies with the person you're going to be engaging with the most.
So that's going to be coming soon. We're also going to do some re-releases and of some of the stuff that we find really important, that we really like. And this is actually important too, because there's so much content on the BKI, in the BKI library, that a lot of it goes unseen, right? So there's over 400, I think there's almost 500 pieces of content, video content, that's on there. And a lot of people don't even get to see it, right? Because you log in and you're not sure exactly where you want to start. And then there's like a beginner, an intermediate, and advanced kind of sections that we make some things like, this is a little bit more advanced than others. And obviously everybody who goes in is like advanced, right? And so you overlook a lot of this stuff, and that's kind of you don't always add all the building blocks. So we're going to go through and pick up a couple of the things that we really like and reintroduce those topics. I have a 3-part kind of like breakout shooting drill. It's not even really just breakout shooting. It's kind of shooting from the blind zones. That's something that I've always wanted to like really enforce in people's minds on how to do it. And it's kind of quick shots. So like making sure your first 5 or 10 shots hit the target. And that's actually really important, that for those of you guys who are doing the combine, that's actually one of the easier drills. The easiest drill is for sure the snap shooting drill. But like we said, people always rush all that stuff, so they end up making mistakes.
Yeah.
But the breakout one is actually pretty easy, right? You just need to shoot it. But what happens is everybody rushes it, and then they bring their gun up, they shoot too low, and then by the time they come back to tag up, they're like, oh, I didn't hit it.
Yeah.
And then they come back up, and you rush it, so you anticipate this hit. And one thing you can't really do a lot is, and we've always talked about this, is there's no like warm-up section at the events.
Yeah.
Like we can shoot into the chrono, and that's about it. And sometimes I'll bring my gun up, but there's no downfield warm-up shots. And Marcelo's actually been a big advocate for that, because you do too.
I've told Dave and Bert, I'm like, dude, if we could have an extra layer of net where you can at least even just see the trajectory of your paint. It's like telling Tom Brady he can only throw the ball 5 yards.
It's like okay, guys, you're about to play the Super Bowl, and you can only throw it between like from here to here, right? Like, good luck.
Yeah.
And you can't test the wind, you can't test, and then the paint is obviously different at each event, and there's different lot numbers of paint, and we go through all that stuff pretty meticulously, but it's super important. I'll walk on to in between points, shoot downfield really quickly, and be like, all right, this is the better lot number. I want to shoot this. But there should be, right? And the drill is like you got to be on point, right away. You really got to be point right away. Like
even just jumping on to what you said, like I would say that was one of like the most predominant things that you taught me when I was on the team was you were such a big advocate of like, say you were going to come out to a bunker and shoot the snake side off the break, you would still try to figure out a way to at least send 3 or 5 accurate paintballs over into like the Dorito insert,
right,
like back center area, before with enough time to get your shot on maybe not necessarily like the god, but the snake corner, and then you have someone else that's dedicated on shooting that god shot off the break. And then at that point, now if you say you have 3 guns off the break initially, you kind of have like 4. And if you have 2 people that are really good at getting that first shot off and then their outside shot, then you know now you have 5.
Right.
But you only have 3 people shooting off the break. And you've been really good at doing that. And like I always, watch you guys, especially on these fields where it's almost like you have 2 back centers. You're always trying to get those first 3 or 4 balls into that, diagonal center spot before you have your shot on the outside, which is
it's huge. Yeah, if you can get
very,
yourself,
very
and I mean it's happened sometimes, and you'll be like, "Do we get both of you guys off the break?"
Yeah,
hey! Like shooting 2 guys off the break is one of the greatest feelings you can have, and so like if you can do that, it's huge. But what happens is a lot of players think that they can do that, and they'll waste both shots.
Yes, yeah.
The first shot comes up and they take too long there. They don't switch in time.
Exactly.
And those first 5 shots, by the time they switch, they didn't even get that shot on as accurate. That's why like the little tiny things, and that's why the breakout drill for the combine, the way I created it was like, this seems easy. Like, can you hit this target? That's it's 110 feet away, as long as there's no elements that are in your way. If it's not as windy as it is out there, then it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But if there's no outside variables affecting you shooting, you should be able to pull up no problem and hit that target.
Sure.
And so what I did with this BKI drill is I kind of like made it a little bit more complex, right? You put 2 targets out and you have to shoot this one with the first 3 balls, and then you go to the outside.
Yeah.
Because that interior guy that you want to shoot, that some of us are really good. A-Rod's really good at it. Marcelo's really good at it. The Russians are really good at shooting that interior guy, and I don't know if they shoot both accurately, but like if you can make that first interior spot, like not be able to comfortably go in there and run and shoot, like the Vegas field was a perfect example. Yeah. That God bunker on the Vegas layout, if you guys remember Vegas from last year, like you couldn't really comfortably run and shoot into that thing when you're playing one of the high caliber teams. Yeah. You're going to get shot. Yeah. Which is why the Ironman did so well, is because A-Rod was on that cross shot and kept killing that guy going in there. Yeah, yeah. And like I would run and huck my body onto the ground. Yeah.
But that in this, even what you're talking about directly correlates what I was just showing you guys, why scouting is so important. And the Russians are really good at this because they do such a good job at scouting that if they capitalize on something in the point before, they know what you might default to. Like if Ryan gets shot off the break going to the middle and his default is to double one of those center bunkers and then delay into the middle, then they're not even going to shoot for that same shot they shot on the previous point. They're automatically going to go to the inside of one of those 2 center bunkers because they know he's going to default back to that. And that's when you like really elevate your game, is staying on top and ahead of your opponents.
And so obviously knowing what your guys are going to do, and that's a whole other theory too, is like, do we play our game based on what they're doing, or do we do our own game and dictate what we want to do? Yeah. But just kind of have an idea of what they're going to do, and that's a big theory, right? Yeah. Like we know that if we know they're going to do something, like Alex is always like, who cares what they're going to do? Like it's good we know, but let's not play our game hoping that they continue to do that. So that's like another end of like the mind game.
Yeah.
And the
well, and then I think I'm giving you guys the basics of this, but it's like I think too there's a whole another like reverse psychology to it in the pro division as well. Like if I run the snake off the break against you guys or the Russians or something like that, and you shoot me off the break, you're automatically gonna be like, well, he's gonna pull up at the god, so maybe it's worth a gamble that I run the snake again.
He'll never go twice.
So that's like another. Well,
that's what Billy Bernaccia thought against us, and he kept running to that spot and getting shot. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, or do you just vary up the way you run it? Also, is another way of doing it too.
Like, your routes.
So but it's information that you have now, right? So it's information that you take in, and you can choose to do with that information whatever you want.
Sure.
So yeah, that's kind of a good mindset and a thought process right there, right? Yeah.
There's a question up here.
While we're looking for this question, we're gonna jump into some giveaways here in a minute, but let's get these likes. We're at 48 likes. Well, we got 71 of you watching, so let's click that like button.
Davis Jeffrey said, if you play non-X-Ball tournaments and play, say, 8 games throughout the day, how would you recommend managing your paint and ensuring it is always at 100%?
So this is actually a great example of some of the stuff that we have on the BKI library is just maintaining your paint. Again, this is something I mentioned last week too, is controlling the variables, controlling everything that is controllable, which is paint. Now this all depends on the weather, right? If it's freezing cold outside, or if it's really hot in either one of those two directions, then you either need to put it in the car and heat it up, or you need to put it in the car and cool it down, or put it back on the paint trailer. If it's really humid outside, if you're playing somewhere in the Midwest, you need to maybe put it into a cooler. There's a lot of variables that go into taking care of your paint. And if it's something where you're just going to go out there and you're playing for the day and you brought all of your paint with you for the day, I would bring a cooler. I would check out what the temperature is going to be for the day. Again, if it's raining, you're not going to be standing in the rain the whole time, right? You're going to seek shelter. So just like that, you do the same thing with your paint. You want to control and make sure that your paint is as good as it can possibly be. I mean, I am really, really, really like stickler for making sure I paint, and I'm on everybody's ass. Like, too early, too late.
Yeah. And honestly, too, like another big thing you see, especially like with divisional players, you know, in all due respect, conserving a lot of paint as they go through the day. If they didn't shoot a lot in one match, you know, they're going to use that paint for the next match. And, you know, there's obviously that's not really recommended, but, you know, that you have to do that sometimes. But a huge important part of this is to like open those pods up and take some of the paintballs out so there's not that tight compression on them, especially if you have to wait like another hour before you play, you know, and then especially if it's hot outside, not leaving those pods, you know, just
I see that all of the
completely
time.
tight in the pods and just cooking in the sun. Because, you know, I'm sure you guys all see when you take the pods out and it just comes out.
DNA,
in piece.
Gattaca.
Yeah.
And look, Vegas Venom had a really good point, right? So the WCPPL, the last event, I think it was 27 degrees in the morning for the last WCPPL, and the paint was really brittle. Although it wasn't HK paint, it was APX paint because they don't have HK paint there. But you just put the boxes in the car, turn the heater on, and it warms it up, and then it's perfect, right? So yeah, or if it's sunny, you got to put it in the shade. But that is a very good point. Also, is on the flip side, if you need to cool it down, heat it up, but you just got to take care of it. I won't even, if our guys are walking on the field and they have full pods, and Kyle, you remember this, I'll be like, dude, get off the field.
Yeah.
Get out of the sun.
Yeah.
You know, we have guys like walking around 15 minutes before the event starts or the point starts, and they're full packs. You know, Blake's wandering around in the sun. It's, you know, 80 degrees outside. Like, you cannot afford to take those types of risks going into big matches. Like, everybody has to be on their A game, and it trickles down. Right? Everybody should be taking the responsibility if you're competing for any reason. I mean, hell, if I want to go play walk-ons, I still want to make sure that, like, my paint's going to break on the bad guys because that's what I'm out here to do.
I mean, didn't we even have, there was a tournament last year with Golden State Kings where we didn't have good paint.
Right.
Remember that? And we actually came to the sponsor and be like, hey, like, we have to play the final match right now. And I think they worked out a deal getting paint from someone else.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. They're like, you know,
we want you to win.
Yeah,
we want you to, and that was a great thing that the sponsor did.
Yeah,
right at that point in time was like, look, not to be stubborn. This isn't obviously for any of the people really watching here, but like, don't be stubborn.
Yeah,
right? I mean, hell, at the last event, you're like, whatever. I'm just gonna use whatever. That Geo.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, I don't care. Right?
Yeah.
We were in Amsterdam, and every gun except for the forces were breaking down. And Kyle's like, my gun doesn't work. Like,
I had to switch a gun every point.
Yeah.
Because like going to the snake, it was just as soon as I remember even Ryan was like, or Rainey or someone was like, hey, you gotta go out to the corner at this point. I was like, I can go to the corner at this point, but I'm not gonna be able to play. are you guys okay with that? I'll get to the corner and I'll just be alive, but my gun's not going to work because there's a 6-foot puddle over there.
But it's really cool because like the paint, for example, was not good enough to compete at the highest level. And we brought that up to the sponsor, and instead of them saying, well, tough shit, just use it. Yeah. And if you don't win, then whatever. Like, but they were just like, get whatever you need to get. Like, let's handle it, because if you take the podium when you win, that's going to be you still made it there. And
you're still promoting that.
Yeah, you're still promoting. We're still going to promote the brand. Yeah. And so obviously it's like a sticky little area, right, to ask your sponsor to do something like that. But at the same time, it was pretty good on them.
Just really quick, Kyle brought up a good question. He said, when you guys are buying paint at an event, what do you guys look for? And just to keep it short, like obviously when Jay Stu, I think, wrote an answer down there that was pretty accurate. You're looking for brittleness tests, make sure it's going to get through your gun, the shape of the ball, and a big thing too is it's if you don't go actually shoot the paint and you're like, oh, this has a perfect drop test, it's perfect paint. Sometimes you can even go shoot it through your gun and it's shooting completely swirly, and you want to shoot it over the chrono, make sure it's shooting consistent, it's staying like preferably in like a not going over out of like a 10 degree, I don't know what the
10 foot like pattern.
No, but I was saying like if you don't want to be shooting 270 then 310.
Consistency. Yeah. You want to make sure your consistency.
The velocity.
Yeah, and some of the balls would be, you can roll them on the table and there's like they just wobble around a little bit. Yeah. So try to find paint.
But the one thing
as
too,
round as possible.
We found a couple of times, I think with Golden State Kings is the paint looked perfect, but sometimes if it sits for a long time, it's weighted. Yeah,
that's the Archie theory. Yeah, I like that actually a lot.
And so the paintballs physically looked perfect, but they were swirly coming out of the gun. And Archie brought up a good point to us. He's like, when the paint sits for a long time, it gets heavy on one side of the ball, so that it essentially you kind of want to like mix the paint up a little bit, roll it very softly, and so it's mixed in there and it's not weighted to one side, which is going to cause those balls to veer off.
Yeah, and I like that. So yeah, Archie says that he'll like put the bags on the side and just kind of rub them around a little bit, so it kind of mixes up the oils. Because sometimes the oil will separate a little bit, and then you're gonna have that that little bit of variance in how it shoots. And that's a big thing too, is knowing if your paint can shoot straight or not. Yeah. A lot of people don't even recognize it. They're just like, oh, this looks good.
Yeah, and for a front guy, it's huge because you have like sometimes 1 to 3 shots.
And it's okay to voice your concern. Now, don't voice it on Instagram or social media or to like a bunch of random people, but go tell your coach and be like, hey, or your captain and be like, hey, look, the paint's not shooting very straight. Mm-hmm. Is there something we can do about that? I feel like the paint's not shooting straight. And then maybe it depends on where you're at in the hierarchy. Like obviously we're going to go in there and if we find that we'll let them know. But it also could just be you have a ton of grease in your gun or you didn't clean your gun. Like, so make sure you get a little bit of information from each one of your guys and be like, is the paint shooting straight? No? Okay, let's go tell our captain, hey, the paint's not shooting straight. We got to talk to APX or HK or GI or whoever and try to get a different lot number.
Yeah.
And hopefully that works out for you. I mean, obviously it's a little different for each one of us.
Yeah, and a lot of times too, even with when you're shooting really brittle paint that's very, very nice, but it's on the edge of being too brittle. That can be tough on your front guys if they're running to far spots and diving. So a lot of times too, you'll have, predominantly that brittle paint, and then you have a little bit of paint on the side that like, if Ryan's shooting the brittle paint, I might be running to the snake every point. So I use a little bit harder paint. So when I dive, it's not just smashing in my loader, or.
Yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me.
Yeah,
woke up.
Yeah. So
the paint was so brittle.
Maybe having 2 lots, and that was something I would always talk to Charlie about when we were going to see. I'm like, can you get just like 1 or 2 cases of harder paint for me when I run? And that's I just need to have my gun working when I get out there,
All right, let's grab a couple of these shirts here, and let's start doing a little giveaway, and let's crack this thing open here in a minute. I see a couple of you guys commenting with the. Camille's gonna be so pissed when she comes home. The house is gonna smell so bad when we get this thing going. So just so everybody knows, we do have this from Jeff Santo. and Team Low Gravity. This is going to be given away today to one lucky member. So as soon as if you guys are members already, you're already in the circle wheel. So you guys are already in there. All new members that sign up will chuck you onto the wheel as well. There's that. And we got a couple of t-shirts. Next week, we're giving away one of these jackets so you guys can stay warm. Oh yeah, look at all the. I kind of want to open it up just so you have to smell it. Wait till you see the reaction.
I'm excited to eat it.
He's wanted to eat this thing.
Yeah.
We got a Capital Edge anniversary shirt. We've got a BKI shirt, and we've got a GI Sports. No, this isn't a GI Sports shirt. Never mind. I don't know what shirt this is. Never mind. So we've got
Arizona
those two
Cardinals
shirts.
shirt
Yes, Arizona Cardinals or something like that. I thought there was a GI shirt in there too.
Kansas
and then
City
we've got a little vintage Air cinch bag.
Yeah, drawstring bag.
Drawstring bag. Actually, I thought about keeping this because I put my shoes in these things. So eat that stinky toot fruit. So Kyle, why don't you maybe choose one member to get the shirt away, and then I'll choose another 2 members for spinning the wheel to give the other 2 items away.
Why don't we do this?
And
so
let me go grab. Let me start.
Cutting that thing open.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go back to what I said earlier. The question, how does playing paintball, being involved in paintball, how has that made your life better? If you guys want to start firing that off, I'll pick a few winners from what you guys said, and then also the main winner will get that free 30-minute Zoom session. Oof. So you guys can start writing them out.
Yeah, write in your response on that one. I'm gonna cut this guy up, and we'll spin a wheel. Yes, F Nord 23. Yeah, for Kyle's giveaway, this is gonna be for everybody, members and non-members. I'm gonna spin the wheel to give away the BKI shirt. We can spin that sucker right now. Actually, hold on. No, I'm gonna. So first of all, this thing weighs about 5 pounds. You want to open a door?
Not really.
You don't? I'm gonna open this window right here. Oh. Does anybody know how to cut this thing? I mean, I'm just gonna go.
You didn't look up how to cut it open?
I thought this was the knife that you would want to use, but I guess maybe not. Oh, here we go. Ugh. Ugh. Damn. Try not to lose a finger also here. Ugh. So obviously I've never done this before. Ugh. Jesus. Oh, this thing's already cut?
Oh, it was already pre-cut? Like a pizza? I don't think it smells that bad.
Smell this. Smell in there. Doesn't smell bad?
A little bit.
Ugh. Ugh.
You guys are putting some good answers in here.
All right. This one's for you.
Okay, set it down there.
Oh, it's like an alien. It actually doesn't smell as bad anymore. It was like that one after I cut it open.
Yeah.
Can you smell it? Camille just got home. Do you want one?
I'm excited. Alex said, "Not inside, fool." Alex Frazier.
Oh, you gotta keep that door open. Just keep the door closed.
Or endure the smell.
Oh, there's so many of them in here. Ow. Whew. I don't know why I'm getting all of these out of here. Ugh. Yeah, I need to wash my hands. Ugh.
A lot of good posts in here, guys.
Start reading some of them off.
All right. So, let's see. Jay Sue said, "Paintball has shaped me into the person I am today. It has taught me teamwork, social skills, determination, and a better work ethic." Another good one I saw in here was, "Paintball has given me the chance to learn how to be nicer to myself. When I'm not good at something, I set expectations a little too high sometimes, leading to getting disappointed in myself." From Loyal Blue Fox. Also said, enjoys learning and studying all that I can, and I'm looking forward to getting better. I'm already enjoying my journey, even though it's just getting started. Really good one there. Michael Cruz said, "As I got older and made more money, paintball taught me how to give back to the community. Giving my older gear to the young kids inspired them to play and grow the sport." It's a great one there. Mario Trujillo said, getting time to spend with his son, Brandon, and especially when the wife and daughter come along. Weaverton said, made many new friends through my local paintball community that will last a lifetime. Also made me a better person, but learning how to work in a team and not be selfish. I think it read, Joe Pike had a really good one too. He said, "Paintball changed my life when I was a teenager. Family moved across the country, helped me make new friends, and have a sense of belonging. Years later, I started a team and a program to get guys together." It's a really good one, too. I like that. Similar to my story. Ryan Cozy said, "Made me happier in life and has kept me in a good place. And also, paintball has made me a lot of new and great friends. I love how it is a big family." And then I'll just read one more for now. It's from Artemis. Said, "Has given me a competitive drive and a goal to compete. It also helps me relieve stress and feel better about my day-to-day life. It also helps me gain new experiences and friends and stop being shy." Really, really good stuff in here, guys.
Dude, this is so. How can you not smell it? Like,
I don't know. It
how's this
doesn't.
not like a big thing?
I don't know. It doesn't
This
bother me too
you
much.
at all?
I felt like it already smelled like that up there, and I got used to it. It's just more profound now. So I'll let you. Well, I'll pick them out since I read.
Do you want to eat one first?
Yeah, I can eat one first.
You haven't even touched this thing. You know when you go to like a haunted house when you're a little kid and you have to like put your hand in the bowl of like livers and stuff?
Was this the one you were gonna eat?
No, that's the smallest one. Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, it's all. It tastes good at first, but then it doesn't taste good.
It's like garlicky custard.
Well,
This is so gross.
it's like weirdest thing. It tastes good at first.
It almost has like an oniony taste. It's very custardy. But like the outside skin is kind of chewy. Or like like smell it. Like it Like, feel, like breathe out a little bit. Like,
Yeah, that's when it gets bad. Ugh. That's like the most odd thing I've tasted because it tastes good at first. It's like a piece of candy and then it tastes awful. Ugh.
Oh, that's so gooey. You think it's rotten? Huh.
Ugh. Oliver told me he got one and he tried it and he's like, this is not good, and he was like, don't eat it.
Oh, because he knew like there was a bad one. Do you think we got a bad one? Because this is the third time I've had it, and it's always tasted bad to me. So we had two. So some of them are like when they're really, really mushy.
It has a really terrible aftertaste. Like when you first try, you're like, oh, this is good, and then it's like, nope.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this isn't bad, and then,
ugh. Well, I don't know. I think it might taste worse than it smells.
See, in this one, like it smelled really bad when I first cracked it open, and then like it doesn't
It's
smell
probably
bad
not
anymore.
as potent.
No, the ones over in Asia are extra
potent. Yeah, if it's not fresh. Ugh.
I mean, this one was frozen, and right now, obviously, it's defrosted. I've defrosted it, but
Excuse me.
So yeah, Ninja Boy, I was licking my fingers because like, I don't know, I wanted to get it off of my fingers. Like the inside of this doesn't smell bad at all anymore. Like this just smells like the inside of a melon of some sort, right? But the fact that it was already kind of split open, and I didn't know that, maybe that had something to do with like some of the fun smell getting out of there. There's a little gizzard right here. Look at that. Try that one.
No.
This came out of the inside right here, but it's like a better part.
Okay.
That one looked like it wasn't as gooey. Like more fiber in that one.
That one is better.
Yeah, it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like the little knuckle. Whoa. No way.
Part of it was.
It was just such a weird consistency.
Oof.
It almost had to say it's like a creamier version of the egg.
It's like an acquired taste. Well,
you did it. That was the first. You wanted to try one of those for a long time.
Yeah, I'd probably
I gotta
eat
get this thing out of here.
2 of those instead of the peanut brutal.
Yeah, this is definitely better than the peanut brutal challenge. That's 100% sure. The great thing about it is today was trash day. So today was trash day. So
what's the verdict? Rate it 1 to 10 as far as what? Good or bad?
Yeah, it's either 1 or 10, and not in a good way. So it was better than the peanut brutal challenge. That, like Kyle said. Would you rather eat that or the egg?
That.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I think the next one we have to do the saltine challenge to see who has to eat the earthworm.
Okay, you really want to eat earthworms? Yeah, I guess maybe we'll do that.
You really don't want to eat earthworms, huh?
No, I don't want to eat an earthworm. Like an earthworm isn't like I mean, I don't know.
There's no chance that earthworm is any worse than the peanut brutal.
That's true. The peanut brutal was a big mistake. I'm gonna admit that. Oh, wait until you burp. Oh. Guys, Frosty, Fnord, we are not gonna be eating balut. I don't even think you can get balut here. And Dizon and Jay Stu, if you do know where to get balut, just don't put it in the comments, please. We don't want to eat balut. We're not eating balut. There's no way. I can't do that. I'll throw up easily. That'll be so easy for me to throw up. There's no chance we're gonna eat balut. The real question is Camille gonna eat some of that? delicious fruit that we have back
Yeah,
here.
Camille, give it a little taste.
Babe, eat some of that. It's probably the only thing
Well,
you
yeah,
can
when you
eat.
breathe out, it doesn't taste very good. It's not
Camille
that
just
bad.
went to the dentist, and I think that the only thing that you should be eating right now are like soups
Or like
and
squishy,
durian. Yeah,
squishy
squishy,
fruits.
custardy. Yeah, custardy fruit.
What they just did to my mouth is crazy.
Like bananas. The bananas might even be too solid. So try some of that. It's really creamy.
Oh, I was like, why is it smelling like shit right now?
All right, so I got two of my choices here.
It's bad.
So the person who's gonna come in second can pick what you want out of here, out of what Ryan showed you guys a second ago, the shirt or that bag. But the person I'm gonna give away the 30-minute Zoom session to, I'm actually gonna go with Loyal Blue Fox. He had a really good answer, and it's kind of a two-part here. Just to repeat what he had again was, paintball has given me the chance to learn how to be nicer to myself when I'm not good at something. I set expectations a little too high sometimes, leading to getting disappointed in myself. I'm enjoying learning and studying all that I can, and I'm looking forward to getting better. I'm already enjoying my journey, even though it's just getting started. That was the probably the biggest part that I like too, is a lot of times people forget about the journey part, and they're like waiting to get to a certain goal, and then asking like, am I happy now? Is it completed? Instead of enjoying the hard work that goes into it. So great response there, Loyal Blue Fox. Hit me up and we'll get that Zoom set up.
Yeah, I think I've got Loyal's Bethany Hessel. I got your address. I need your contact, your email, or just shoot a message directly to Kyle. Also, if you guys remember, if you win anything on the show, please send us your address so that way we can send it to you. And then
call sign Artemis. You're the runner-up, so you can get your pick here. We have this BKI shirt is a size medium, or what was this one?
that is a Capital Edge 12-year anniversary shirt.
All right, and
should be
a
medium.
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 Also, or you could do this vintage paintball park bag. Your choice. Call sign Artemis.
Oh, look at that. Victor Gamboa says, let's give away a G2 jersey. All right, let's do it. We're going to spin the wheel for a G2 jersey. We're going to add that to the pot.
Artemis is going to do the bag.
Artemis bag. Okay, cool. So we're going to spin the wheel. Oh, Ninja Boy, good call. Any move alerts? So nothing new on our end, aside from, LJ Woodley went to Tampa. He was trying to come to Dynasty. We just couldn't come up with. We don't need another number 2 spot filled on the team. I recommended that Ironman might want to pick him up, but let's see. There was Jerry Caro, your old teammate, is going to NYX.
Oh, yeah.
And then I thought someone else moved from moved to Tampa. What's his name that played on Mutiny? Or did he go from Tampa to Mutiny? Anyway,
he went. Well, the one Ramirez went to Aftermath, but that he was on the
David Ramirez went to Aftermath. So,
and then Johnny Greer left the ML Kings to play with Aftermath.
Yep, we saw that one. McGowan from
Teammate
TMG
of ours.
to Damage. Yep. Mike McGowan went from TMG.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Elias.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to.
Wait, Elias was on Damage. Who'd he go to?
I think he went to Mutiny, right?
He was on Mutiny before.
So he went either back to Damage or back to Mutiny.
Well, he was on Damage, so then it would be back to Mutiny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
hey, thank you, Fortkey.
yeah,
Appreciate
Forky,
that.
we'll see you. Actually, Forky, are you going to be... Forky, are you going to be at the Combine this weekend checking to say hi? Actually, Forky, did it snow in Arizona today? I need more confirmation. I saw pictures, but I just, no one ever popped that up in there.
Egg says Balut cowards.
Alex Fragi called us a coward to not eat balut. Look at Mario. Any Filipino market. Really? They really sell that? Dude, do you want to do that?
No.
I like Victor. Vic has given us the best
I'd rather
eating
eat
terrible chain. Yeah, pizza. Why don't we just try to eat
Earthworm.
Ew, pizza. Boy, oh boy, I don't like pizza. Everybody wants us to eat balut.
Earthworm sounds way tastier.
Um,
Yeah, someone actually, my friend that doesn't really play paintball, he also texted me today too, and he said, I hope you guys are eating balut. But it was spelled ballet. So I was like, I think he means balut.
okay, look. Whatever we eat, it's going to be at the end of February, okay? It'll actually be my birthday edition show, so maybe we'll eat a birthday cake. But, yeah, it did Joe said it did
A
snow
peanut
in Phoenix.
brutal birthday cake.
Can I serve you on a silver platter for your birthday on your show of all kinds of nice things?
Nice things.
Not nice
Mhm.
things.
Well, not nice, but nice.
It could
See?
be like
Nice things.
earthworm, like chocolate covered.
Frosty says
Cricket.
balut is like chicken noodle soup to go.
Why don't we do like
Oh, man.
What?
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. We'll
A taste challenge? Oh, that would be good.
what's that?
That was a great idea that Camille just gave us here. We could do a taste challenge. So you got a blindfold.
We're blindfolded,
and then we
and
have
there's
the
just a bunch
thing,
of
we
stuff
show-
on there.
Yeah,
And
we won't
there-
go too bad. Like
haven't
Two
you
girls.
Like there could be an earthworm in there,
we
or
why don't we
or it could be like a udon noodle. We don't know.
why don't we find like 10 things
Mm-hmm.
and then we disclose them at the beginning just to make sure it's not something terrible, so we can approve them before we feed them to each other. And then you have to just guess what it is.
Well, it has to be things that are edible. Like I can't be like, oh, well, that was Rose's poop. Gotcha. You know, like.
yeah.
All right, I kind of like that too. So we're gonna keep brainstorming. We still have a couple of weeks before we get into that. So God, it stinks in here. So we still have a couple weeks before we jump into that. I did see a good question came in just a second ago. Let's see here. Snowed in Vegas. Jace Bernabi said, "What concepts or ideas would you guys use to practice when you use those 3D printed fields, right?"
Wait, what?
So using
okay.
those like the 3D printed fields that you can kind of like sit there and you look at.
Oh, okay.
So I think that the best method for using those things is more just mental prep, right?
Mm-hmm.
So remembering the angles are really big. Looking at knowing the bunker names, rather than kind of like moving a player into each spot to kind of play anything with. You're more looking at like kind of getting kind of low to see that third dimension on the angles.
Mm-hmm.
Very similarly to how you use the Guns Up app. So that's, I think, how I would use it. I wouldn't use it to, like, I'm going to run, okay, if I walk these pieces out to this direction. Measuring things out is also not a bad idea. So, anything, like, within a couple of steps would be, a couple of inches or less. But I would use it more for mental prep. So you want to set that thing up as soon as the layout comes out. Make sure you know all the names and just kind of go over that mentally. And that will give you a huge edge up on even all your teammates, right? Just knowing all the bunker names right away.
Sure.
And so that's like a big portion of like how you can utilize that, right? So that's a great idea. I don't think there's much you can do as far as like actually placing the 5 bodies everywhere, but just like if you're like playing football or whatever, and they have those little play cards, right? That's another option if you want to use those pieces, is just kind of like have your couple of game plans and be like, all right, this is game plan.
Yeah.
This is our snake off the break play. This is where the bodies run to, and just kind of backtrack from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are really come in handy when you have a good understanding of the field versus like looking at it to kind of try to guess how the field's going to play is a little bit tougher. But once you have it, then you can set up scenarios and be like, hey, when we have this going on, this is how it needs to break down, versus like, trying to understand how a field's going to play out with that is pretty difficult. But at least you can set up some scenarios and say like, hey, when this happens, because this is a big tendency on this field, how are we gonna break this down? I'm gonna wash my hands really quick.
Yeah, guys, is it your hands or my hands that
Probably
stink?
mine. I haven't washed them.
I don't think I washed mine. Yeah,
Well,
they
it's probably
stink.
just lingering.
Yeah, it just smells. It just really stinks right here. Definitely shouldn't have done that in the house, but obviously, what else are we gonna do it in? Hey, I'm gonna spin the wheel right now for everybody. Let's see, we've got two.
Yeah, that one other.
We got-
the 2 shirts.
Yeah, we got 2 shirts to give away. So let me go ahead and share this this window here with everybody. Let's go full screen. I didn't even know I could go full screen. All right, browser window. All right, this is for the T-shirt members giveaway. This will be for the Capital Edge shirt right here. Spinning the wheel.
I'm gonna drink one of these kombuchas.
Yeah, get those things out. Joseph Pike, I will bring you a signed shirt.
Congrats,
Joe. Look at that.
Joe. You had some really good answers to my question as well, so I'm glad you won. So
Yeah,
you're
look at that.
close up there.
Good things happen to people who do good questions. Joe, you're gonna get the BKI shirt. BKI shirt. Okay, we're gonna do another spin the wheel here for the Capital Edge 12-year anniversary. Get off the couch. That's I like that motto.
Bud says, how do I get in the spin the wheel?
I believe Bud is already in there. Mr. Bud Duca is already in
yeah,
there.
you're on there.
Yeah, you're already a member, my man. So Bud, you're in there. Okay, we're gonna go full screen again for another shirt. All right, remember, if you guys are members, you are already entered to win in here. All right, we're coming around, Mr. Dylan, Mr. Frederick Stube. Stube. All right.
There we go. Congrats.
Okay. Congrats. That is the CEP shirt. Okay.
And that one is going to Europe.
I bet that's what it looks like to me.
I know him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right. Fred Stube. This one's going to Europe. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Also, is Alex still in here? Remember, I want to make sure that Alex did get a chance to see that. That we did show his beautiful artwork.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, he's still in here.
Alex, you still in here? Spick and Span show. Thanks to Alex right there. We've got
Alex, my beard is way more full than that.
yeah. We need to go a couple of maybe a couple more renditions. I do like the big star in the background. There is a black and white version also, and people are loving this. People are really loving the
Eating challenge.
yeah, the balut challenge right there.
Oof.
Korean spicy noodles, yeah.
I like this one too. Like we
What?
have we try to both eat a XL pizza or something
Just an overly eating like
for
sick.
the whole show.
The whole show, we just keep eating and keep eating and keep eating and keep eating. Have you ever done the milk challenge? I've seen someone
No.
do that. I can't really drink much milk anyway, and I think that the milk is what exacerbated my stomach problems after we did the last peanut
that
brittle
was
challenge.
Yeah, I think I was one more glass away from it coming up.
Okay, we are going to do G2 jersey is going to be going out next. I'm going to get the G2 jersey this weekend and have all of the G2 athletes and the Paintball Combine professors, BKI professors, sign it. So this one's going to be extra special. It'll be shipped to you next week. All right, we've got here in a second. We're going to spin the wheel again. Just make sure that there's no more members that have jumped in. Nuclear Hot Wings, banana, and Sprite. Gabby, what's wrong with a banana and Sprite? Is that a bad thing? Gabby, I don't know if I'm with your.
My internet is going kind of slow here.
Uh-oh.
Hope that's not everyone else.
Do we still have internet? Yeah, I think we got internet. All right. Okay.
You haven't done the math yet?
we're going to do the mask next one. So after this one right here, we're going to do the mask. So we're about to spin this wheel. Go to full screen. And this is for the G2 jersey members giveaway. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Oh, right by Bud Duca to Richard. Mr. Richard Urin. Urin?
You ran?
You ran. Who ran? He ran. Okay. All right.
Congrats.
Really quickly, before we jump back into the final, goggles are going to go out next. The goggles are courtesy of Mr. Jeff Santo. Oh, Fornude jumped in here. Last second addition to try to get in those goggles. Let me put your name in there really quickly.
Yeah, it is lagging.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that what everybody says? Oh, it's probably because I'm out of batteries on my computer. But it's plugged in, but it just seems like it's not.
Wi-Fi on this phone.
I think it's got to be the computer. So let's try to get this going.
Do you have the? Oh, you don't have that plugged in.
What's not plugged in?
That thing?
No, it's not. That doesn't work. It's no longer working.
Oh yeah, it's all been pretty.
Uh-oh. Network connection is pretty bad. Oh no. All right. So then we gotta get going here with this. Really quickly before we jump into this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Are we good? Are we up?
Major lag.
Major lag.
Yeah,
So-
we need to get Cena over here.
Yeah, well, the problem is it's really stormy outside, and this happened earlier today that the internet went down. So that could have an effect on what's going on right now. So
It's getting awfully close to this Durian
what is?
rose.
Oh yeah, don't let her in there. So it's probably lagging either because my computer is really low on batteries, even though it's plugged in, or because it's so stormy outside that we are losing. Yeah, there's a hurricane outside. So audio, no video. All right, guys. Well, bear with us here for a second. We're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel here and get you guys going. And yeah, we may as well just jump right over to that, so that way we can get you guys losing a little bit of the pomp and circumstance here. Matt Waters, let me see, Mr. Matt Waters, if you're on here. Matt Waters is definitely on here by Mr. Matt Kurz.
Slow down a little bit. No, are you back to where you were? Yeah.
Yeah, he's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. Major lag. Uh-oh.
All right. Well, some people said it's completely frozen. No video.
Ugh. Well, I'm going to spin the wheel anyhow. And and we're going to get a winner out of this no matter what. So here we go. Let's see if we can get this going. Sorry, guys. Oh. All right. Spinning the wheel for the goggles. Sorry for the production value here. Just kind of went... Oh, wait a minute. Robert Moriarty for the goggles. Mr. Robert Moriarty.